I used to be someone who would start the day super motivated, ready to attack the day, just to find myself falling into the same cycle of scrolling for hours on end, wondering where the day had gone. And I always saw myself as an ambitious person, but my physical reality just never reflected it. I always had long lists of to-dos that I never got done, and I knew exactly what I needed to take action on, but never took action. It wasn't until I understood the psychology behind what was preventing me from taking action. And in this video, I'm going to go over how I uncovered my limiting beliefs so that I could remove the infinite scrolling and procrastination and take consistent action towards my goals. And by the end of this video, you'll have clarity on what your limiting beliefs are to have the power to shift them. So you might have read this book, but you still haven't seen any measurable progress. And James Clear said, you don't rise to the level of your goals, you fall to the level of your systems. But have you laid out the perfect system just to find yourself fall into the same cycle of inconsistency? That is because your internal systems, meaning your belief systems, will determine how your external systems are carried out. So you can have the best productivity trackers, calendar planning routines, or habit stacking routines, but that is the easy part. The hard part and the resistance shows up when it's time to take action. And if you have limiting beliefs around the actions that you need to take, then no matter how good your systems are, you will not take action. Say you want to start posting on social media, but you have the fear of judgment. Well, no matter how good your systems are, if your camera's already set up, or if you've got all the perfect ideas to write about, when it comes time to post, those limiting beliefs are going to bring up so much resistance that it's going to stop you from hitting that post button. And this is something called identity-based habits. You must reframe how you see yourself and the actions that you're taking. And taking action is easy if you know what beliefs are stopping you from taking action. But if you want to shift your beliefs, you first have to know the 4 ways that beliefs are formed. Beliefs are formed through experience, repetition of thought, environment, and knowledge. And your beliefs are just perspectives that you have convinced yourself to be true, whether they are or not. And this is where the problem comes in, because if you have beliefs that aren't based in truth and they aren't serving you, then these are limiting beliefs and they're putting a cap on your abilities. For example, I had the belief that if I read more books, listened to more podcasts, and meditated on business ideas, that I would somehow land on the perfect idea to take action on. And this was a handbrake on my progress until I shifted it to push me forward. So you need to focus on what is limiting your progress, and by doing that, you gain the power to shift the belief to a perspective that serves you. You can turn your limiting beliefs into empowering beliefs through the same mechanisms that beliefs are created. So first you need to understand what your limiting beliefs are. Look at all the resistance in your life and identify the negative stories that you are convincing yourself to be true. Say in the back of your mind, you keep telling yourself that making money is hard. Well, this is a limiting belief and it's going to be very hard to make money. So you want to shift this. And the first mechanism that you can use to shift this is experience. And to gain experience, you need gradual exposure. So just start small. For this example, find something that's worth $10 and sell it to someone else. And by doing that, you gain just that little bit of evidence that you need to help reinforce the belief in the opposite direction. And that leads us into our second mechanism, which is repetition of thought. Use the evidence that you have of selling something for $10 and blow it up. Act like this is a really big deal, because it is. You've just shown yourself that making money is easy. So you can reinforce this thought through attaching the thoughts to the physical experience and just drill it home that making money is easy, and you've got the physical evidence to do it. And by doing that, you'll start to believe that it's true and act in that direction. The third mechanism is your environment. Have a look at the people that you're surrounding yourself with. If you're surrounding yourself with other people who think that making money is hard, you're going to be capped by that level of thinking. Find people who think that making money is easy and surround yourself with them, and it'll expand your mind to be able to think the same way and reinforce that belief further. And the fourth mechanism is knowledge. Seek the right knowledge. Figure out how money is made. Your beliefs may be built off misinformation that you have accepted to be true. For example, if you have a high school teacher who is telling you about how money works, but they've never built a business, this is misinformation and it might not be true, and your whole belief system might be faulty. So by using these mechanisms, you can construct your beliefs from the ground up and shift the lens that you look at life through so that you can take consistent action. Now, rewiring your beliefs sounds easy on paper, but the resistance shows up when it's time to take action. Limiting beliefs often come out as excuses, so look at everything after your because sentence. Do you tell yourself that you're not going to go to the gym because you had a big day at work? Or that you won't call that lead because you don't want to annoy them? Or that you don't want to film content because it takes too long? The brain builds habits to conserve energy, and these because sentences are easy outs because the excuses that you're telling yourself feel so real because you've reinforced them so many times. but this is just our mind keeping us away from the perceived pain of taking action. So to reframe this, you can use the loss aversion human tendency. And this is where we care more about what we will lose rather than what we'll gain. So instead of looking at what you'll gain, write out the cost of these excuses. The cost of not going to the gym is throwing your routine out of whack. It's slowing down your progress, and you know that you'll feel the shame of not going. The cost of not calling that lead is that they'll forget about your offer, or that they'll find someone else, or that the lead is costing you money. The cost of not filming content is that you're another day behind, or that you'll have less chance of reaching people, or that you know you'll have to cram it in. By looking at the costs, you can see what you're losing from not taking action and use this to drive you to take action. And by doing this, you gain the evidence that reinforces the belief that you are who you say you are. And although you can know all of this, there's still going to be a gap between your thoughts and your actions. And that's why we've built our 12-week Inner Alchemy program. This is within our version 2.0 community. And this is a community specifically designed for entrepreneurs who want to remove these limiting beliefs, distractions, and procrastinations so that they can take consistent action towards their goals. Within our 12-week program, we combine goal engineering, belief rewiring, and aligned accountability so that you never fall behind and you know exactly what actions you need to take to hit your goals. If this is something that you're serious about and you want to become your version 2.0, leading to increased income and greater mental freedom, click the link below, watch the video, book a call, and we'll build out a custom roadmap to help you overcome these challenges.